Today we're gonna make a recipe that I'm gonna have to finish up tomorrow, but we're gonna start making garlic bread today. And to start with, you first have to make your bread. So we're gonna make a French baguette, and for that I've got 6 cups of bread flour in here, and I've got 2 teaspoons of yeast here, put in my bowl. And to that, I'm gonna add just a little sugar so the yeast has something to feed on. And to that, I'm gonna add 2 1/4 cups of warm water and go ahead and stir it up. And once it's stirred up good, let it set for 10 minutes to let the yeast bloom. With the 10 minutes up for the yeast to bloom, I've got some salt here. I'm just gonna put that in like that. And I'm gonna put my bloomed yeast in here. And I'm gonna stir it just until a dough starts to form. But before that, I'm gonna have to get my hands in there. I'm just using the spoon first to get it started. Once your dough comes together like this, you wanna take a piece of plastic wrap and spray it with non-stick cooking spray. And just go ahead and wrap your dough and put it in a warm place to rise for anywhere from 12 to 20 hours. Now that the bread dough is rising, we're gonna go ahead and prepare the garlic, even though I'm gonna finish this off tomorrow. So what I have here is some garlic cloves that I've already peeled. So I'm gonna put them in a shallow pan. And I'm using 1.5 bulbs of garlic. You can use more or less as long as you follow how to do this. And I'm gonna take oil that has a high smoke point, like canola oil. And I'm just gonna pour this in. It's only enough to cover the garlic cloves. And you wanna go ahead and cover this with tin foil and put it in a 200-degree oven or 250-degree oven for 2 hours. It's been 2 hours and I wanted to just show you what the garlic looked like. It looks like that, which is gonna blend into the butter really nice tomorrow when we do that. And right here, I still have the oil left. I'm not gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna let it cool and put it in a jar and use it as garlic infused oil for other recipes. It's been just under 20 hours and here my dough is right here. So I'm gonna take my scraper and get it off of the sides so I can get it onto the counter. And I've gone ahead and floured my countertop. And I just wanna go ahead and knead it for a second or two. And mainly the reason for this is I'm gonna have to weigh this because this recipe is for 4 loaves of bread. Okay, so I have the one I'm gonna make in the garlic bread, and the other 3 I put in labeled bags, and I'm gonna put these in the freezer. So now with my 1 ball of dough, I'm just gonna form it into a loaf. And to do this, I'm gonna get it started by hand, and then I'm gonna get the rolling pin out. Okay, this looks good to me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna roll it. And I have here a baguette pan, and I'm just gonna go ahead and oil it up. And I'm gonna close the seam on this, and I'm gonna roll the edges in, roll the ends of them in, and close that seam. And then I'm gonna just lay this in my baguette pan, and I'm gonna cover this with a towel and let it rise for an hour. With the hour of rise time up, I've got some egg wash, and I'm just gonna brush it all over the baguette. Before you bake your baguette, you wanna get a pan like this so you can put some boiling water into it. I'd say about 1 inch up. And that way you put this on the bottom shelf of the oven, put your baguette on the middle shelf, and that way it'll get your baguette a crispy crust while still staying soft on the inside. So with my water in the oven on the bottom shelf, I'm gonna put my baguette on the middle shelf. I'm gonna put it in a 450-degree oven for 30 minutes. But after the first 10 minutes, take the water out of the oven. Okay, it just came out of the oven, so I'm gonna let that cool. And now we're gonna work on the butter. I've got a half a stick of butter in here at room temperature. And to make the garlic butter, we're gonna use some of the garlic that we made yesterday. So for half a stick, I'm gonna put in about, those are 2 little ones. I'm gonna put in 1 more. And also just to show you what it does to the garlic, what we did yesterday, there's a garlic clove. You can just smash it just like that. So here they are, the finished garlic bread. I'm gonna put these in a bag, put them in the freezer, and whenever I want one, just put it at 425 for about 8 to 10 minutes.